All right, then. Well, let me introduce everybody. Bonnie, this is Severin and Danny. They're both my upline for in Juice Plus Business, which basically means like my sponsor, mentors. Oh, sorry, had a weird phone call. Sponsors, mentors, and friends that we do Juice Plus together. So I wanted to get you on the call so you could meet them and just learn a little bit about the shred. What is the products really about? Because I know you've heard every kind of product in history and tried them all. So I wanted you to hear from someone else. So you've seen my results, but I wanted you to hear from my girlfriends too. And thank you for doing me a favor so I can train. So, and then girls, Bonnie and I worked together at Bravo Group for a few years, and which is basically residential real estate. Bonnie's a real estate agent, and she rocks at property management. So, and she has a few health concerns that she's dealing with. So I just wanted to get her connected with everybody and just talk about what that looks like and how it could benefit her.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Severin, would you mind sharing a little bit about your story with her?
Sure, absolutely. Bonnie, thank you for taking some time. It's nice to meet you, even though you're driving and I can't really see your face down there. But no, you keep driving. Yeah, okay. I am a certified health coach, and what that means in layman's terms, because people are all like business coaches, life coaches, all these different things. A health coach is just someone that helps people with their healthy lifestyle. And I really love seeing people get healthier. And we all are on a journey. We're never going to be perfect, but this is definitely a challenging journey for most of us. I was struggling with severe IBS. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's called irritable bowel syndrome. And you have that too?
Yeah, I also have diverticulitis.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So mine was around for years. And for me, the doctor gave me a list of foods that I couldn't eat. And the list was things like raw vegetables, no broccoli, no cauliflower, those kind of things, because it just made my stomach go crazy. And stay away from the beans and the nuts. And what I realized after doing that for years was that I was not getting any nutrition because I was eating a lot of bland foods so that my stomach wouldn't get upset.
Right.
So I was taking a drug after every meal because my IBS was so bad. And I had a few accidents, which is always so embarrassing, and I just really wanted to get that fixed. So I really started praying about it. I'm like, Lord, just, give me some natural solutions. I don't want to take these medications the rest of my life. And I just knew there would be side effects to those medications. The other medication that I didn't tell you about was Celebrex. Orthopedic doctor put me on that, which is for my knee and hip joint pain, because I really had so little nutrition for years. My body was starting to break down with all the exercise I do. But all that to say, I was desperate for some solutions, and a friend of mine shared Juice Plus with me. She said it's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. There's nothing added. It's just like you eating those, from the grocery store, or maybe better, because every batch is tested for herbicides and pesticides. So she explained that it's almost better than organic. And I was like, okay, well, I'm desperate. I'll give it a try. She was getting her PhD in nutrition. She was in my Bible study. I trusted her, right? My personal experience is all I did was add Juice Plus, fruits and veggies, red and green is what we call it. And it took 6 months for my body to begin to heal. And she did warn me that it wouldn't happen overnight. But she said our bodies replicate their red blood cells every 4 months. So in my case, it was about 6 months, and I went off my medications, all of them. And they were costing my family over $300 a month just for these medications, which we know there's going to be side effects. So I cannot tell you how happy I was that my body started healing. That was just the first step for me. Since then, I've added the shred program into my routine. I just continue to work on, water, hydration, just trying to be healthier. I have tried everything from Weight Watchers to paleo to keto to, Atkins, and nothing worked for me. They were always just too difficult. I wouldn't track my carbs just right, or I didn't want to track my calories, or, I gained weight, any of the above. So this has just been a really good, easy solution for me, and I'm able to stay at a very healthy weight. So I take the Juice Plus every day, and then I also recommend it to all of my friends and family. Excuse me 1 second, I'm getting a dry throat. And, I've seen people go off of things like diabetic medication. I've seen people just have a healthier lifestyle while they're going through cancer. I've seen all kinds of results. So it's really just the basics, Bonnie, of getting more fruits and vegetables in our routine every day. And I just cannot say enough about it. I don't want to take too much of this time with my story. I hope that encourages you and inspires you. I'd like for you to hear a little bit from Danny, if Danny's okay to share right now. Danny, I see you're muted. Can you share with us?
Yes, I can. Bonnie, I did want to hear, you mentioned that you had diverticulitis and irritable bowel. Before I go into my story, I'd love to hear just a little bit, if you're willing to share, of what your health journey has looked like over the years.
Well, I started IBS when I was probably about 16. I was still in high school, and I knew that something was wrong because I would eat certain things, and it was like, I was immediately in the bathroom, or my food wasn't digested, and it's disgusting. But like, you would see whole pieces of food in the toilet, so I knew something wasn't right. So I've struggled with that, and then most recently, I was in the hospital for diverticulitis twice, and they wanted to do a resection just a few weeks ago. So I've been just battling with that. It's been rough. But I also have thyroid disease and hypothyroid and Hashimoto's. So when you talk about diets, I've been on every diet. I was actually on keto for 8 weeks when I was put in the hospital for diverticulitis. Wow. That diet, I will tell you, I thought I was going to die, and I blame it on keto. It's one of those things where people are like, you got to try this diet, it's going to work. But every time you eat the food that they're telling you to eat, you feel like guilty because you're eating horrible things. And yeah. I knew better. I was brought up with, a garden and every day. And since when is a vegetable bad for you? And that diet doesn't allow for that stuff. So it's like,
right.
I felt wrong about the diet anyway. But anyway, I got really sick from it. But I have done Weight Watchers and other things. I struggle with weight loss pretty bad. I have PCOS. I'm scheduled for a complete hysterectomy right now for cysts and things like that are going on. So I battle, daily. I'm on probably, I have a whole bag of pills. 15 probably bottles of medicine in my car right now that I take every day. So it's rough.
I'm so sorry to hear all of that. I do appreciate you taking, being vulnerable with us and being willing to share all of that. It just has to be frustrating because what I've found is when we don't have our health, our quality of life is just so low. I'll share a little bit. First of all, you mentioned Hashimoto's. I have, my husband's aunt has Hashimoto's, and she is not able to eat much. She has to be very vigilant, prepare her own food. And it is challenging to watch her have to maneuver through family gatherings and family meals because she's so limited in what she can eat. So for myself, I also have PCOS. I was diagnosed probably 12 or 13 years ago, and I was very frustrated because, I'm sorry, you guys are probably going to hear my son, which is a part of my story. I was frustrated because I knew I wanted to be a mom, and I was saddened by the fact that with PCOS, that made it more difficult. So when I met Severin about 3 years ago, she introduced me to the Juice Plus products. And prior to meeting her, I had tried every diet possible, and including keto, which is funny because when I was doing keto, I started getting very nauseous. And I thought it was because of the foods that I was eating Come to find out, I was pregnant. And so now, even after I've had my son 6 weeks ago, I cannot even look at a ketogenic website or talk to anybody about keto without feeling those same nauseous and guilty feelings. It just, because my parents are doing it now, and I just could not carry on a conversation with them without reminiscing about how gross it made me feel. So when I met Severin, I was doing a 60-day juice fast because I wanted to lose weight. And she told me about Juice Plus, saying that, well, if you're willing to be vigilant with juicing, why not try Juice Plus? Because it's so much easier, less messy, and you're getting the same benefits. So once my juice fast was over, I kept using Juice Plus, and I realized that a lot of my symptoms of polycystic ovarian syndrome were disappearing. Fast forward 2 years, like I said, I got pregnant with great ease. The pregnancy, the birth, like, it was very clear that my body had healed from the inside out from using, taking Juice Plus every day. And I was just choosing to flood my system with fruits and vegetables. So I have come to realize that the difference between Juice Plus and anything else I've tried is that what I'm doing now is pursuing health. Instead of pursuing a number on a scale or a gene size, I'm pursuing my best health. And I know that because I was able to carry my child to term and even conceive in the first place, I know my body is healing. So that's what I'll be able to share right now. I'm going to mute myself so that I can check on my son. My husband's coming out of work, so he's not here yet. So I'm going to check on the baby in the back seat, but I'm going to mute myself if that's okay.
Oh my, the things that make us good for her for still getting on the call, right, Bonnie? Do you have children, by the way?
Yeah, my kids are 17 and 15.
Okay, so you got grown-ups basically, right?
Yeah, but my daughter actually has a lot of digestion issues too. She's got like Crohn's disease and PCOS, and she's 15. So she started with her medical stuff a lot earlier than even I did. So really think. But she's talked about juice diets too lately. She's gained a lot of weight over the last probably year, and so I was interested in this. I talked to Melissa a little bit about because I'm going to help my daughter. You know,
right.
She's uncomfortable with her weight. It's a daily thing for her. She's diligent in getting up every morning and packing a good lunch. And she, takes food everywhere so that she doesn't eat bad, or fast food. But so she's good with that. But I think that she does need some help because she's very tired all the time, fatigued all the time.
Yeah, Crohn's can do that because your body's not absorbing the nutrition that it needs, and right. It makes you fatigued. Absolutely. I hate that she's having to deal with that at such a young age. I'm so sorry. Well, the good news is that we could help you get set up on Juice Plus, and then you could get free product for her. I'm sure Melissa has already explained that to you. It's called our Children's Health Study Program, and it makes Juice Plus so much more affordable for families, and it also shows the culture and commitment of our president, Jay Martin, who just really wants to be sure that every family who needs better nutrition, which is all of us, has some way to get it into their family at a reasonable rate. So that's a super exciting program. And I actually have a realtor here I live in the Smyrna area, which is Vining, Smyrna, and she's a good friend. She's got a 16-year-old daughter, and they do the shred with me most every month because her daughter really struggles with weight. And if the mother-daughter do it together, it's so much easier because they're preparing food together and they're talking about the issues, because this is not about weight loss, as Danny said. This is really about getting to a healthy lifestyle. And as much as we all want to lose a little bit of weight, we don't want to give our children, especially at that age, the idea that they have to be skinny, like, their friend who's size 2. And, the only way they can be beautiful is that way. We know that God designed us all a little bit different, and he loves us, and we're beautiful inside and out, even without being the tiny size that we might think that we want to be, So My friend Rebecca really enjoys doing it with her daughter every month because they're starting to notice some weight loss, and they're also having some good conversations that are very healthy. And then they're definitely noticing more energy, which is, I guess, really important to you realtor folks who run around the world so aggressively during the day. So I don't know how much Melissa has shared with you about the actual program. Melissa, have you shared the day-to-day what that looks like, or would you like me to go over that?
Go ahead and go over that. We haven't. I probably sent her a video, but it's been a while.
Okay. Well, the reason why I like this program, Bonnie, is it's so simple. And like I said, I've done keto. I could not keep track of my carbs. That was driving me crazy because everything I ate had carbs in it. You know, I've done Weight Watchers, all the above. But this program, in my opinion, is so simple. So what I'm doing, I'm starting on Monday with a group of about 30 friends. I will start my day with a Juice Plus Complete Protein Shake. And the reason why I'm using Juice Plus versus any other product is that it's only plants. And that product has a really high quality plant protein in it. It's actually used by MD Anderson Cancer Hospital. And excuse me, I've got a dry throat today. I've done several of these calls and I noticed that my voice gets drier as I go. So I love that protein powder is such a high quality and it actually tastes really great. Even my husband loves them. So I will make a protein shake first thing in the morning and then I'll make another one at lunch. Now I have a mid-morning snack. There's a list of, you know, healthy snacks in our shred guide for you. So sometimes mid-morning I'm like, oh, I need a few almonds or I might need a tablespoon of almond butter with an apple. You're not going to be hungry. I can assure you of that. It is filling what we have to eat. So I'm doing a shake in the morning, mid-morning snack, a shake at lunch, and a mid-afternoon snack. And then in the evening, I get to have a normal dinner with my husband. And we just try to eat really clean. Maybe a half a chicken breast, maybe a couple of vegetables, maybe some quinoa, whatever. We've got some great recipes for you and some meal prep ideas. But I do that for 10 days every month. And my husband does it with me, and he loves it. He used to really kind of fight it and go, oh, no, I don't need to do that. But now what he's noticed is that he's got so much more energy. He runs 3 days a week and he feels like his exercise is better and he actually feels like his work is better. So you can switch around your meals as you want to. So some people like to do a morning shake and an evening shake and a lunch out with their friends at the office or something. Whatever works for you. You just want to have 2 shakes a day and 1 clean meal and then 2 snacks if you need them. The other thing that we're doing during those 10 days is we're giving up gluten and dairy, and then we're trying to reduce dramatically our caffeine and our alcohol. So if we can give it up, great, but sometimes in the beginning we have to work on a modified shred and not worry about being so perfect. So for example, coffee was my thing. I could not give up coffee the first couple of times I shredded. I would just get to a reduced amount, get down to about a half a cup a day versus my 2 cups a day. So our goal is that you add these healthy lifestyle choices, less gluten, less dairy, less alcohol, less caffeine, and you also add exercise every day, at least 30 minutes a day, water, hopefully half of your body weight in ounces every day, and you get some really good sleep. And when you do those things over and over for 10 days, at the end of 10 days, you start feeling so much better that you're like, maybe I can keep a few of those habits. And it slowly but surely, we do it every month and we have for the last 2 years. We realize that our habits are changing and our lifestyle continues to get healthier. So it's a lifestyle program. I'm not counting calories. I'm not counting carbs. All I'm doing is trying to eat clean when I do eat. And clean is things that come from the earth. So if I'm having a snack, I'm going to have some piece of fruit and some protein, maybe some nuts, or maybe some hummus and some veggies. But I'm trying not to eat out of boxes or packages very often because usually those things have been processed. So that's all I have to worry about is trying to eat clean. How does that sound to you? Does that sound like it might work for you and your daughter?
Yeah, I mean, we've done Advocare, so I'm kind of familiar with shakes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've tried that before. I think that she would probably do that too. We did like the meal replacement shakes before.
Right.
It's like anything. You do it for a while and then you just stop.
Yeah, you get, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Avocare has some good products, but the one thing that I think is so important in this program is that you're taking the concentrated nutrition every day that come in the capsules or the gummies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the biggest difference that that you guys talk about that's different. And I remember I was trying to remember a long time ago there was a drink that was sold, and it was like a juice drink, and it was similar to this, but I can't remember what it was. I'm just trying to remember the whole time you've been talking. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like it was full of nutrients, and it tastes horrible. But
oh dear.
we used to always have it at my office. I don't remember what it's called, but similar. It's full of veggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one either comes in a chewable or a capsule. Most often the kids, we get chewables, but the capsules are actually better for us as adults because they include a prebiotic and a probiotic. So if you don't mind taking a few capsules, I would suggest that you do the capsules and then we get the gummies for your daughter. But either way, I started out with gummies because I thought those were so delicious, and I still saw the results of getting off my IBS meds. And I hardly ever have a struggle with, the irritable bowel symptoms unless I eat ice cream or something totally crazy, because I'm also sensitive to dairy. So I can go years without having any of those, what I would call really bad abdominal pain, running to the bathroom, kind of scenarios. And I would have that at least 2 or 3 times a week when I had my IBS in full strength, and sometimes 4 or 5 times a week, just depending on what I ate. So I really believe that I hear from my clients, which I have several hundred now, that digestion is probably the best thing that they experience in terms of improvement from Juice Plus. And it's about the capsules or the gummies. The shred helps us lose a little weight and create a little healthier lifestyle and gain more energy. So you've got 2 options, but they kind of go together if you really want to see the most value for your healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So,
so
but
is the shred the drink?
the
And then
shred,
that's the diet for 10 days.
right? That's the
Where
10
you drink
days.
the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And you do the 2 shakes a day by Juice
Yeah.
Plus, and then your foundation is Juice Plus capsules or gummies.
Sort of like a reset.
It's a reboot.
It's like a reset.
Yeah, we do that every month. And, when I get back from vacation, I'm craving it because I need to get a few pounds off. Or if I'm getting ready to go on a special trip and I want to feel really good in my clothes, I do it. So it just really fits into my lifestyle. It's really simple. What questions do you have at this point? I know we've been throwing a lot at you.
I don't have any questions. I'm good.
Okay. Well, Melissa, what would you like for us to add that we haven't covered so far? I know you really wanted Bonnie to hear more about the basics of Juice Plus because the nutrition is so important. I had no idea that she and I had so much in common with the IBS, and then Danny with the PCOS. So that was good that we could share our stories. Was there anything else that you thought would be important for us to share?
Yeah, I found that was kind of cool that y'all all have that. Not that is a good thing, but it's nice. It's nice to have people that get you. I think that's important. But Bonnie, you were part of, like, when I was in my big Avocare kick too. But switching gears to this, and I have results from the other, but this is totally lifestyle. It makes sense. It's not another thing. It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule and in a shake. Like it's like God created all of this, just condensed it down and put it in a capsule. So, and there's no funky fiber drink, and I can't handle that stuff. And it's not 24 days.
Yeah.
It's 10 days of practical living instead of. And Juice Plus teaches you a lot about how to eat, and I never really got that from the other. And I hate to compare, but it's what I know. I never really got taught about food. I got more taught about product. And I like that this is just simply whole foods in a capsule and in a shake. And then it teaches me how to eat. And then I can explain it to Tristan, who is actually starting his Kids Start on Monday on eating healthier as well. So, and it's transformed Tristan's life with his acid reflux. So it is healing his gut literally from the inside out. So, but yeah, I know that your daughter y'all both could definitely benefit from this for sure.
Well, my son, I didn't even mention that, but my son also has IBS.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Wow.
he literally every day lives with an upset stomach.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's constant.
Oh
And
my.
he doesn't eat like fruits and vegetables. Maybe some fruit.
Uh-oh. Bonnie, we lost you.
I'm sorry. I
That's
had a
okay.
call coming in. But I would say, you know, hardly no vegetables. Literally. I mean, he just never has. And his stomach is always upset. So he definitely would benefit from it. And my husband, who struggles daily with drinking soda, he loves Coke. And I don't drink any Coke or anything really but water. I cut out coffee for over a year. When I really started, my stomach I just can't do it anymore. So mostly I just only drink water. But my husband could probably benefit from it too. He takes his lunch to work every day, and he'll come home and say, I haven't had a Coke today, and like he wants that pat on the back, like good job, and then he's like, but I want one right now.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, like he'll make like a run to the CVS for a Coke because he's like he can't. He has to have it. He gets headaches, and so he really wants to. He's got a belly, and he really wants to get rid of it. So I really think it could probably help our whole family.
Yeah, and with both of you doing it, but if you and Paul do it for each buy the product for yourself, then you get both kids for free. So it is a huge savings for your house.
Okay.
And then you just added.
So Zach could take the kids' stuff.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think that both of your kids need to do capsules because it's got the probiotic in it. I moved Tristan I started him on gummies and then I moved him onto capsules because I feel like his digestive system really needed that probiotic because of his issues. But that's still free. It's still considered the children's health study.
Yeah,
and
I mean, Sarah's like 150 pounds and Zach's probably 180. I mean, they're like grown-ups.
Yeah.
They're not kids. They're not babies. They're big kids.
Yeah.
They eat like big kids. They eat like grown-ups. So, yeah.
Well, then you definitely need some savings to get their stuff free if you're spending so much food.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll try it. Just send me the information on how to order it. And, I'll order whatever I need to get us started and do it.
Well, I'll probably call you tonight. Tonight's Tim and I's wedding anniversary. We're gonna go to dinner. Tim is still shredding. He's lost 10 pounds, and I was like, "What about fago de chao? We could eat that amazing salad bar." He's like, "I cannot eat all that food," and he's like, "Let's do it." He's like, "I can't eat all that food. I'll be eating a light salad," and I'm like, "Who is this man?" But he's on a mission right now of just making a change in his diet. So. But what I'll do, Bonnie, is call you after we get done because we're just going to go to dinner. And then,
that'll be good because I'm in Snellville.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm dropping a lockbox off and I got to go back. We have pep rally tonight. My daughter's texting me right now. So I got to get back to McDonough. But yeah, I'll do whatever. Just tell me and I'll give you my card and whatever. Tell me what I need. Okay.
All right. Sounds beautiful. Well, I'm glad you got to have this time together.
Thank you, Bonnie. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Good luck with your health. You're going to do great. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Bye.